Greetings, mortals. I am Natas, the ruler of the underworld, and today we'll be at the newest chapter of Black Clover, chapter 350, titled The Saint's Penance. Oh, great! It's gonna be probably a chapter that's gonna contain some religion, isn't it going to? I would be so pissed off at if it's ready to try to do something new and unique, but it's literally the most forced things in existence. But anyways, let's get into this chapter and get us our forced emotional chapter that we, I guess, all craving. Mm. We start this off with the name saying, "Can Arthur's anti-magic break the sister's curse?" We make fun of how Tabata prioritizes whatever is important to the Black Bulls over everyone else completely. But this is like even more literal in this case because just the a chapter ago, we had a moment where Asta defeated another paladin in the same way. Yet the concern is going to be now that Sister Lily was hit with anti magic. Will she break out? I get it; it's more closer to Asta's emotional viewpoint, but I mean, you did this to one other paladin. Why are you only focusing on the effects of it now with Lily? So, anyways, they will see Asta grabbing Lily so she doesn't fall. Since she's not built for combat, and she'll probably, if she were to fall down, she'll probably break her skull and everything. Anyways, we have Asta taking her down to and laying her on some rubble, as Asta's like, "Sister," as Lily starts speaking as her paladin voice is slowly disappearing, and she's like, Asta, I'm sorry I said such horrible things to you. As there we see Sister's eyes all covered in tears, and legitimately speaking, I do have to applaud to Bata on this. Like, you can totally see the sadness in her eyes, which is respectable. I mean, not to say that I doubt Tabata when it comes to art, it's just it really does give an emotional kind of hit to it. But anyways, then we see Asta there as we see Libre on his shoulder. I guess we're even at least acknowledging that Libre exists now, unlike previously where it just kind of was gone. As they have Asta telling her, I couldn't care less about that. As they have Lily thinking to so it's like, I've spent terrible to so many others too. Well, I guess you kinda hurt a few people emotionally. Like, the thing is, again, you barely done anything as a paladin. Like, you literally just stopped Asta's Heron from helping him, then teleported him, which the only one you really mean to was him. Then you released the dragon that again barely had any kind of damage to anyone, like people were just scared. Then you, I guess, I mean, the most you could really say is that you hurt a couple of paladin, well, a couple of their user members. But still, yeah, I wouldn't really be that like, oh shit moment. Although there might be some revelation, well, hopefully this chapter, but unfortunately not about the Clover Kingdom being attacked or something. But it doesn't look like it. As they have Lily saying, I was troubled by how the noble realm discriminated over the magic power. That's why I became a nun, for the sake of peace and equality amongst all people. So I guess this is supposed to be kinda again a hint to her being a noble. I'm guessing sorta. Like this was a theory that Sister Lily was a noble for a while, since I think the end of the alpha, like with that the elf was like, wow, what are you a noble something because of how impressed he was with her magic power and all that. So I guess this is supposed to be kind of, I guess, our confirmation. So I guess even major stuff may just become things that are kind of being theorized over years might become worthless. By the way, then we have sisters saying, but even in the church, discrimination and classes are made. No matter how much I've prayed to God, nothing changed. And so I ran away to the Forsaken Realm. Wait, what? So yeah, this is like how church discriminates and its classes and stuff. Which I don't get. I mean, granted, the church hasn't been the most like up in front of the situations, but like father, Asa's adopted father, that guy is a father. Last time I checked, and he, if I remember correctly, is supposed to be a peasant from the Forsaken realm or a commoner at the very least, and he is, a father. So I don't really know. Neither do I really know what kind of hierarchy the church would have that you would like discriminate based on classism and all that stuff. Also, why would the fuck would nobles, legitimately speaking, even wanna become priests and all that figures? I mean, I get political figures like Damnatio, but so far it seems like the Clover Kingdom is a world that doesn't really, have like the Pope has a equal power or has a similar level of power as the king. I mean, I think Damnatio was actually more into that being like the next guy in charge if the king was gone. So I'm not really certain what the heck is going on here. And also, this is a guy extremely underdeveloped because the only priests or people who go to the church are Lily, the father, and Teresa. And all those three are upright individuals. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that the church even has enough of a system to have stuff like discrimination and classism, considering how little we've actively seen it. I mean, I'm assuming every village has at least one, but I don't think it's ever been like talked about anything. Like, there's not like a division of priests, if you know what I mean. I mean, unless if healing magic and healing users are supposed to have been like hints to priests and all that stuff, since that's usually how these types of worlds have it established. But regardless, Lily ran because of discrimination and classism in the church that has, I'm pretty sure, just came out of nowhere. So as there is see a flashback panel with Asta and all of them there. As we don't even see the father. I think they actively acknowledge how. I wonder if this, the reason why we don't see that guy is because no, the water actively remembered. Oh shit, that's why that guy is a common peasant. Maybe I'm not. Again, I can't remember which one it was. So maybe having this panel might be raise a few questions why there's supposed to be discrimination and classism when the father is a peasant and a commoner. So anyways, we see them as we have Lily saying, even if I could only do so little, I wanted to try saving anyone I was capable of saving, and yet I mean, you've barely done anything. You pretty much just took 5 orphans and had them live in the church because they was literally like you pretty much did nothing. Like I mean, at least I think in one of the fillers episodes, I feel like I think they would say the father at least like his words reached people and they were able to make a magic school, so they were able to train with magic and all that, or at least a school. But here I'm like, what the hell did you even do? So anyways, then we have us to be like, sister, as they have Iryu shock was like, it's alright. Asta got stronger because you saved them. You saved them. I mean, wait, wasn't the father one who took Asta in the church when he was found left? Like, what again? What did she do? As they have Asta like, Iryu. As he was there, he says in a relatively calm expression and smiling. Like, I mean, to be fair, maybe because he knows stuff or what's going to happen, he's a bit more chilled than the other people, rest of the people. But he's like, oh yeah, everything's kind of handled. As if he was saying to her, this time you can depend on him to save you right. As if Lily would be like, who is this oddly calm stranger who is completely unharmed? Well, no, she doesn't think that. She's like, ugh. And she's starting to slowly close her eyes. And she tells Asta, she's like, Asta, Lucius is preparing for the final battle in the Clover Kingdom. Because let's be real here, pretty much everywhere else it's useless. Like, who is gonna fight him after the Clover Kingdom? The Diamond Kingdom? They don't even exist. So, but, and then she's also like, there's only 3 days left until Judgment Day. I wonder what this Judgment Day is actually supposed to be implying. And then she tells him he plans to combine the Zogreta siblings' body, blood, and bone magic together with his own soul magic to gain unfathomable power. As then we see a panel of him just sitting there on his throne. I guess he's not aware what happened to Lily. As we see those cocoons and the Dark Tribe members in them are all completely covered in white instead of the way they were beforehand, which is only really noticeable in my opinion through Vonica because she was completely covered in black. And we also see like apparently I think Xena is supposed to regenerate his body. I don't know if that's supposed to be the implication. Like, these are not like super in close up details. These are like very like for a from a very far perspective to like have them all there. So I'm not certain what's going on with their bodies right now. If they're being like disintegrated or if they're being fixed or what. And with that, Cicely telling him with that, he could alter people's minds and bodies however he pleases. He could even create people from nothing. His magic would be truly like that of our gods. So basically, why there's this guy who's supposed to be completely dead is the reason why he's here. Because apparently Lucy has was using the other three guy, the other rest of his siblings' magic to create him. Which, this might give Lucius a running for the worst sibling in the history, depending on what happens to his siblings afterwards. Especially if the theories about him manipulating his siblings to be, to do what they, to become, manipulating his siblings to end up the way they did, and manipulating time to have them lose theories are true. Which I do hope again they kind of get revealed fully. And I'm also curious about the the official translations portion for this chapter, which to be fair, it's only a couple of hours away. But so I'm curious because the way how it seems like to imply is that he'll be able to do everything. And it's like, is it supposed to be like they will still have their own, or will they just kind of be reduced to just basically to All-Star where they have no magic left? Or something, or if they'll just be left to die. Like, I'm really curious on where this is going. Anyways, then we have Lily also saying, and then on Judgment Day, he'll take control of all the magic in the world. So I guess somehow Lucius will be able to use his power to take over everything. As then we see this very intimidating panel where we see him on top of the planet, basically, you get the implication, as we see him looming over with his hand outstretched. And the thing that everyone's been panicking and throwing a fit about is the fact that we finally get to see what's past the 8 kingdom border, and that seems to be a landmass. Like, it's very small, it's not really all that detailed, but it's there, so we can finally confirm it's a landmass. Now, there are theories about what that landmass is. Is that going to even play a factor in it? Is this going to be a part? Is this going to be a way that dwarves live? Is this going to be something that's just going to be for the sequel? Hopefully, it will not be a boat or something like that. Or what the hell's up with this landmass? I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up just being the land of the rising sun. Like, that would actually be kind of funny if you think about it. Where the land of the rising sun actually is? Oh, it's literally just on the other side of the land they will live, just on the other side of where they were living. Like, it's not even that far. Although I think we got the map of the land of the rising sun, and I do remember that just being straight up Japan in respect, but we're kind of funny if that's the revelation. Like, oh, this place is just the land of the rising sun. But again, I'm pretty sure that we didn't see any kind of connecting point, so it's probably not, but still. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually gonna be the case. Or like that's like this is gonna be where they were traveling through. So yeah, anyways, they would see Asta be like, oh, all the magic in the world. So yeah, he'll basically have everything. Which is kind of weird since I like I guess he doesn't mean he's trying to absorb it all, but still it's kind of weird that he's so panicky. As if Lilith also saying that, of course, would include the land, the rising sun. So I guess she knows them. So yeah, I guess this is including that. And then we see Ruby kind of serious about it. He's like, yeah, that would include us as well. Not sure why that's such a big deal. Again, like the Wild West has to be like one of the most we don't care about it of all the world of all the places. Why would we be so like, oh no, so horrible if the Wild Sun loses its magic? Honestly, depending on where how you see Key, they'll probably be like the only ones that don't really matter if they have Key, if they lose magic or not. As they we see Lily's his mouth closed, he's like again kind of shaking to like crying, as if Lily's saying to them, "I'm so ashamed of myself. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." And you can really see the despair in her eyes, even though let's really speak like does anyone really care about Sister Lily that much? I mean, we care about Asta, him taking this, but do we really care about her? As then we have Lily telling Asta, I joined Lucius, unsealed the five-headed dragon, and brought misfortune upon you all. Honestly, the five-headed dragon was relatively non-existent of a threat. I mean, he destroyed like one part of a mountain, but he was immediately decapitated. Honestly, he's so little of a threat that right now I feel like the other actually is getting like he's supposed to be in this area. Or the fact that the five-headed dragon would probably start rampaging or something. But yeah, you pretty much just unsealed that dragon. That's pretty much all you've done. Like, it's not even big. You gave everyone a bit of a scare. It's equivalent to you getting a heart attack, in all honesty. Anyways, they have Asta telling her, it wasn't your fault. I will never let you take the blame for this. Which is which of course it's, you know, it's not really. I mean, he is actively using soul magic manip- to manipulate her. It's I really get how this would be her fault in any way. I mean, I get herself blaming it, but Asta is 100% right here. As if Lily be like, thank you, Asta. As then we see her eyes close as her head falls numb. As I was like, sister, I didn't go for a killing shot. Why are you dying here? As we're telling her, she's like, okay, finally getting his emotions the way he should be. It's like, she ain't that, but the only way she'll open her eyes again is if you defeat Lucius. So it's like one of those kind of conditions where, oh yeah, a person can be defeated as cult and removed as paladin, but that doesn't mean they're gonna help your forces. Which, if that's the case, I feel like Lucius should just target at all of the Magic Knight captains. Since let's be real here, those are the most powerful ones and the most dangerous ones. So yeah, we're gonna have them that take a place. So yeah, because let's be real, even if you get them all that, like there's no way they're gonna be able to assist you. So we're gonna see where that comes, how that comes into, especially if the fears about Yuno becoming a paladin are also true. Well, to be fair, but Yuno's luck, he'll probably be able to go against Lucian's soul magic, and he'll control the paladin form and have another fucking power up. As they have Ryu telling Fumito to use recovery jutsu on her just to be safe. Like, did Asa go for the killing blow or something? Why the fuck would everyone be so panicking about her being, that? I mean, I gotta get Asta because that's kind of the idea how this is presented, but still. Anyways, there we have, for to say, right? Then we have him putting Lily in that fish. Hopefully, he also put the Uriel in there. As as also like, thank you, you Fumito-san. I leave sister in your care. As Fumito saying, you can call on me. Wait, as Austin says, wait for me, me sister. As they asked us like, I swear I will defeat Lucius. As we see a panel with Lucius. I feel like the bottom just actually like drawing Lucius at this point. That's why he has been keeping him so present in the story. It's just like there's no real like reason to have Lucius be here outside of aesthetics, but still he's there and Bob so much. It was like the hatred, the anger in Asta's eyes. It's a really good thing. And I honestly kind of expected that Asta should grow extremely angry. That should be giving him great access to the demon powers. Also, I forgot to mention there's no Liebe here. So yeah. Anyways, as they were also saying, but before that, as he turns around, he says, "I'll slay this dragon myself." As we see him looking up at the five-headed dragon, merely very cool panel as they're all just like, I mean, okay, to be fair, the dragons seem to be staring at different directions, all of them, except maybe like one or two of them. But it's still a very cool panel of him saying that, which I guess the dragon was literally just there to be bodied by the user and then used to be bodied like the demon god. So I kind of question why I should be scared of him, but whatever. Whatever. I'm going to assume the next chapter is gonna be a chapter where it's gotta be a chapter fully focused on Arthur just cutting this dragon to ribbons, and then maybe some kind of plot twist at the end of the chapter where Arthur where Heath does something, maybe because Heath is basically what Lucius is trying to create. So I do wonder if that's gonna have something to do with it. But anyway. We have Nunaria say he vows to cleave through this great evil. Well, I suppose you just how do you I guess top a demon god, you top a five-headed dragon. So yeah, that's gonna be. So I guess we're gonna have another the chapter where us just fatherizing every single chapter, which are almost like three chapters in a row at this point. Like I mean, I know this chapter is kind of like a breaking pace between the three. Ariel being fatherized by Asta. The last chapter we had Sister Lady being fatherized by Asta. This chapter we had more of a emotional chapter with Lily. But the next chapter is gonna be like I'm guessing this dragon be followed by Asta. I know Stamara really does like to have the heroes get a new power that's just fatherizing pretty much almost every opponent up until like the biggest boss around. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but still, it's kind of fun how guys do it. But still. So yeah, this chapter was. If you're someone who cares about Sister Lily and all that, you're probably gonna be a bit very happy with this chapter. If you just are someone who is kind of neutral to the whole thing, you like me, you're just gonna be. It's a fine chapter. I get the appeal of it, but there's nothing really all that into it. And if you and yeah, that's pretty much it for this chapter. As for the next chapter again, Cleave the Dragon, nothing more. And yeah, anyways, I hope you like this chapter reaction. I hope you leave your thoughts in the chapter comments below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.